My anniversary is coming up here at the end of March. Believe it or not, I will have been in Second Life for 10 years on March 30th. Now, in that's like 140 in Second Life years, I think.
Yeah.
But well, that's beside the point. Yes, but I was back in the day, and everybody remembers how they discovered Second Life, and I'm sure we could go around the room here. Everybody's got stories. For me, it was an episode of CSI New York, where the killer was killing off people who dressed up like their Second Life avatars in real life, and the team actually had to go into Second Life to catch him. Now, you might remember that, you might not, but I'm sitting here watching this, and I'm thinking, this world they got made up looks pretty complicated for just one TV episode, right? So while I'm watching it, I did a search for Second Life, and no shit, there's a real place called Second Life. So I downloaded the game, and I was online before the show was over. And thus began my meteoric decline. Okay. Now, it might not even be around. I don't even know if it's around now, but I had to start out like everybody else on Newbie Island. Remember Newbie Island? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you had to learn how to do everything basic before they let you out into the world. Okay, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I spent almost 2 hours on Newbie Island, and they had shit there like you had to walk through a doorway. Now, you remember the Mel Brooks episode where they had to go get back and get a shitload of nickels because they couldn't get through the only door in the middle of the fucking desert? Okay. That's how I felt on Newbie Islands, right there. Okay. I got so frustrated. I'm a gamer. I live for video games. And even though I'm in the second trimester of my life, let's say, my idea of a fantastic afternoon is going into a gaming arcade and beating the piss out of some 14-year-old at a shooter game. That's just my idea of quality time with a youngster, right? So I'm on Newbie Island, and I'm walking around, running, jumping, and all the stuff they make you do, and I get to this big beach ball. You're supposed to roll the beach ball around. I spent 20 minutes trying to roll this fucking beach ball around, right? I'm getting pissed at myself. I mean, I've conquered galaxies, saved the universe from the dark side, and I can't roll this fucking beach ball around, right? Finally, I figured out you have to actually touch it and walk at the same time. So that's like chewing gum and walking. In Second Life, it's pushing and walking at the same time, right? And I felt like I just discovered a secret Mario Brothers level, I move on, and I get to the end where you can exit Newbie Island and go anywhere on the grid you want to go, right? So now I teleported out, so what do? I don't know what's going on in here. I got no idea what this place is about. I've been here about 2 hours already, so I'm exhausted. I'll call it a night. I'll come back when I'm more rested. So I came back the next night after work. I logged in, and my avatar doesn't res. It's just this puff of smoke, okay? Now, understand that at that time, I'm running SL on my 10-year-old laptop, which is running Windows binary, okay? So I guess the machine wasn't cut out for the specs SL needs, but it worked before, so I start looking for help, right? I found this hot-looking chick who wanted to know what I needed. And I said, I can't see myself. What's the problem? She says, you need to bake your avatar. Bake my avatar? Jesus Christ, what fucking kind of place is this, right? Damn, it's a BDSM game. All right, right? Yeah, but she helped me through it, and, poof, there I was. Okay. So I was saying thank you, and I was about ready to move on, and this box popped up on my screen. It was her in a private IM. She asked me if I'm looking for a good time. Now, I'm figuring as long as I don't have to roll that fucking beach ball around, I'm up for just about anything, okay? But it turns out she's a hooker, okay? And she's trying to turn tricks out of Newbie Island. Give me a break, okay? She says it'll cost me 100 lindens for whatever I wanted, right? Now, I bought some money when I first logged in. I'm doing the exchange rate, and I figure I can get fucked for about $1.25. So hell yeah, let's get it on, So she TPs me to her place, and we go upstairs, and she starts to get sexy with the talk. then she starts taking off her clothes, and I'm thinking, damn, this is pretty realistic. If if you call the graphics resolution of a sweet potato jumping up and down on you hot, that's pretty hot, right? And I'm starting to emote back to her because I'm pretty good, and I'm really getting into it, right? When right after she says, the sweat is rolling off my breast from my rapid gyrations as I stare into your eyes. The next sentence is, 3 minutes left, hon. Okay. So Second Life is really more like real life than you think, guys. Okay. So a drop-dead gorgeous girl that sounds like a man, a guy with a bag over his head, and a furry walk into a bar. There's no punchline, folks. That's Second Life. That's just the way it is.